Father's Day. Trying to get you guys set up there. So, yeah, a little late, but I'm here. Kids had us over for supper and that, and so we just enjoyed the day there for a little bit, and now we're out here. I don't know if anybody's in here yet or not. Everybody's probably doing their barbecues and whatever else. Who knows? Oh, somebody's there. Hey, not somebody watching. It's been a pretty good day. Hi, Ryan. How you doing? It's been a pretty good day today. Mom Bear took me out for dinner, and then the kids had a supper, and so I'm running behind tonight. And actually, it's cooling off. Finally. Had a storm go through, but it missed us. Hey, Tom. How you doing? Thank you. And happy Father's Day to everybody. It's actually cooling off here right now. They said our heat advisory was supposed to end around 7, but it's already starting to cool off. There was a pretty good storm that went to the east of us. We didn't get to enjoy it. It's supposed to storm there too. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I talked to a friend of mine down in Carolinas. He was getting storms earlier. So, it's Mother Nature. She'll do what she wants. With the cooler temps, I'm planning on getting a lot done this week. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Doing very good. My belly's full. Belly's actually miserable. Well, our temps are supposed to be like in the 70s, low 80s this week. Until, I think, next weekend again. Hey, King Cans, how you doing? I don't know if you've seen it. Somebody asked you, I think you and another one of my buddies, or I don't know how close you guys are together, but he lives in Arizona too. Okay, I guess tomorrow's still supposed to be warm. 89 in storms. Tuesday, 82 in storms. Wednesday, 74 in storms. Thursday, 74 in storms. And Friday, 75 with rain next week. So, okay, King. Yeah. See, when I release those, I never know, since nobody ever really follows up or says anything, I don't know if anybody ever gets to see those messages or not. And never getting a response back out of them, so. Yep. So hopefully everybody's had a good day. Everything's gone good. Got you guys sitting on the 400 tonight on the Pistons. I just told the wife I was going to come out. I don't know if Mama Bear's going to join us or not. Still want to get stuff done this week, even if it rains that much. I don't know if we'll get the Ranger done. Thank you, King. Yep, it's been a pretty good Father's Day. Mama Bear and I went out for lunch, and they were like, oh my God, we got to go eat at the kids tonight. Luckily, the kids didn't make a lot of food tonight, so that worked out perfect. Yeah. Mama Bear, I think the heat got the Mama Bear yesterday. She was sick this morning, but she's better now. So, yeah. Well, seeing I got the cam in the 283. Got oil pan gasket bookmarked. I got to get it ordered. Well, actually, I got thinking I got to check a couple of boxes. I might have one yet. If I don't, then I'm going to get the oil pan gasket ordered. Then we can button up the bottom end of that thing. And then I got to decide on what I'm going to do with heads and that on it. So, see if anybody said anything. Yep. Tablet's charged up tonight. I restarted the router, so everything should go pretty good. So yeah, I want to get the 283 buttoned up a little bit more. And then also this 454, I'm going to get him wheeled out in the area and get working on that this week. Nighttime temps is going to help. So it'll help cool this place off, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it starts getting warm in here. And yesterday I ended up literally laying on the floor in front of the squirrel cage fan. And I finally gave up and went home. So, but no. Otherwise, yeah, I've been sitting in the AC and trying to stay cool. Wouldn't be so bad if the humidity would stay low. Yeah, yeah. Kids grilled outside and it still got warm in the house. And then you guys had told me because of me that you've backed off and gone to drinking more water or something else. And I'm getting quite a few of you guys like, hey, I'm quitting the pot because of what you said. And I'm like, cool. So that's kind of cool. I feel a lot better. Yeah. Oh, poor Carl there. Yeah. Got a nice truck. It's a lawn ornament. That's terrible. And I don't know if Mike's in here yet. Yeah, Camper Mike. Camper Mike went hunting with his car. Yeah, he got a deer the other night. All right, the soda still just ain't. That's still not good. Yeah, that's kind of hard to do on the third floor with no patio. That would be a little bit hard. And the smoke detectors in the building might not like it if you did it inside. And I don't know if Buddy's going to be able to come down and help much more. Doctors have kind of screwed him up. He's been getting calluses and some weird oozing stuff on his hands. It was looking pretty good. He said it sounded, the way his car looked, Matt, it didn't look like there was a way that deer could get up and ran, but he says it went out into the woods. If it got out in the woods, it didn't get far. Oh wait, the buddy that helped put the range together, talking to him last night, and he said his hands are back to oozing junk and that, and I'm like, uh-oh. The only thing he was in, well, he got the dirty old grease and that from the truck, from the oil leaks and that. And the other thing he used was the Gojo hand cleaner. The doctors think they have made him allergic to some stuff, so the medication they put him on. Yeah, those George Foremans are nice, but they still even produce enough heat to make a fillable difference on a hot day. So Buddy's going to get a hold of his doctors and say, hey, I did this and all of a sudden my hands are acting up again. So hopefully they haven't. And I said, well, the other thing is he's been out in the sun a lot the last few days. I mean, and he told me last night one of the medications they had him taking told him to limit the amount of time in the sun. So yeah, hopefully they can get him straightened back out because he's a heck of a guy to work with. But otherwise, yeah, I didn't come out to the shop today. I stayed in the AC. This morning when we got up and went to go eat, the humidity just was killer. It just, you stepped out and it instantly took your breath away. So I waited till later and I figured, should start at 6, but kids were having fun, the grandkids were having fun, and the extended family was there, so we just kind of had fun. Hey, Mike, happy Father's Day. So yeah, and also thank you to everybody that's been commenting and messaging me and talking to me. Yeah. Still haven't been able to go get the insulin. Hopefully tomorrow. For some reason, that didn't post at the bank, and it should have. So I don't know. Hey, Joseph. Thank you. Figured Cat be mad at me because I hadn't been out here yet today. And he's pretty content tonight. Yeah, Mama Bear was going to go do something tomorrow, but she got to watch grandkids in the afternoon for a while. So that'll keep her busy. Keep her out of trouble. And I've got a couple of votes for putting the gear drive in that little 283. I kind of think I'm going to. Just, why not? Have fun with it. It's something we picked up at the swap meet when we went down to Nebraska this earlier this spring, fall, or spring, winter, whatever you want to call it. So, what I like about the cam that was sent here, it doesn't really require screw and studs, so it's under where so it'll hold on. Oh, the old Sears timing light? Yeah. That's the new timing lights for most of these new vehicles is that nice expander. Most of them don't even use that anymore. It's just all computerized timing. That's crazy. So yep, we get the little 283 wrapped up and broke in, and I know you guys want Mama Bear to build that 327, but at the rate Mama Bear's going, I don't know if she's going to get out here. Oh, okay, Carl. So yeah, I might end up putting that 327 together so I can get that broke in and running. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll have a auction on that one or something. Yeah. Ah, your ears must have started ringing, huh? We were talking about you. At least it was the car, so it wasn't the pickup, so that was a good thing for you, Mike. So. Yeah, yesterday was a good day for you, Ryan. Hi, Matthew. It's already been grilled. Oh, what'd you go and do, Ryan? Excuse me. You sold the GMC. Oh, wow. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Yeah, I just got here to myself. I was running late. The one that you were having trouble with the paint and all that on? Wow. Okay. That's good, Greg. That's... Oh, cool. Well, I guess that's one way to fix a problem. I did come across the video last night. Yes, the insurance thing, yes. Don't remind me on that. Where a guy took a little 283 and had it making 645 horsepower with 15-to-1 compression ratio. I'm like, holy moly. And I guess that is, well, now that it's been bored 30 over, that's actually a little 287. It's a 4.7. So basically, the 4.8 and 5.3s that they put in these new trucks are 283s and 327s. Well, that was a good job there, Jason, not to have anything get in the paint. Hell, Mike, I'm almost afraid they're probably going to total it on you. Well, to them, it's got mileage. And seems like insurance companies like totaling them and then selling them. You were messing around with sheet metal today. That's what I'm trying to get ready to do too. I want to get some sheet metal replaced on the trucks and now. There it falls. Yeah. I'm just doing my live show. Oh. I thought we were just going to get him a different radio. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll just have to check his fuses. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot all about that. So. Okay. Right. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Bye. She's good at doing that. Very, very good. I could be in the middle of a conversation, making the video, or live stream it. My oldest always manages to catch me in the middle of something. Let's see what's did anything pop up. Oh yeah, it's 13 years old and 102,000 miles. Yeah. The problem is they pay you worth what it's worth. But that's the other thing. So, because I know when the wife when the 3 deer hit her, they totaled the. Hey there, family. Yep, that little 2.7 still running yet today. I kind of figured that thing was going to die a long time ago. Because I was going to do the timing chain and water pump and that and never did. And it's still running. Yeah. Yeah, your car really don't look that bad, but you said it got the AC condenser too. So the AC system needs to be reworked. Headlight fender, damage on your door, the hood, grill. Yeah, you never know. Stuck, as in stuck in the mud, or broke down. Yeah, the 3.2 and the 3.7 motor was better. Yeah. Well, that ain't too bad. That's without paint or anything, though. You know, and you guys' body shop rates out there. Yeah, that's what's going to be the killer. This little 283, I think, is going to be a fun little fun little ride. No idea what I'm going to do. Yeah, those 2.7s. Yeah. No. You threw those away and got a new one. Or you threw the car away. We were just talking to somebody last night, and if Dodge would get their electronics fixed, their wiring fixed, and their transmissions fixed, Dodge would be a real good running car. Missed you too? Okay. I seen one guy when they were dynoing the little 283. They took her up to $8,000. I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be. But we got lucky with our 2.7. It had. What did we have on that thing? I want to say it had 200,000 on it. I know the water pump was starting to go, but after I found out how much you had to tear apart to get to the water pump, I'm like, nope, nope. I'm not sure, Matt. Hey, did you see me? I got the cam put in yesterday, Matt. Yeah, yeah. Never mind. You commented on that. Never mind. Yeah, I gave up working here. Went home, got an AC last night. Then I was wide awake. I couldn't get to sleep, and then all of a sudden, about 11:30 last night, I was starting to lay over in the chair, and I got upstairs and got laid down before I fell asleep in the chair last night. For once. Well, hey, my next question, Mike. Did you have enough time to hit the brakes, or did you just hit the thing and kept going? That's what got lucky with the wife. Fix it again, Tony. Yep, yeah. Yeah, Jason, you got the tablet sitting on the pistons in this. As I said last night, I gotta dig up my other press things and see if I got. I think I got another one that this area right here is a little further back, so I can clear the grist pins and press these pistons off and get some new rods for them. That's a good thing, Mike. Because if you would have had time, it probably would have come through the windshield at you the way it hit you. That's what the insurance told my wife. That they were glad to hear she didn't have time to hit the brakes. Because they say that's when most people get in trouble, because the car nose dives and then those deers come right through the windshield. She had one deer go under the passenger wheel, one right into the driver's side door, tried kissing her, but the window was up, and the other deer went up over the car and yeah, made a mess of everything as it went over. So yeah, so the insurance adjuster was glad. She said, glad you did not hit the brakes. So that was kind of stock 400 rods. If you just want to keep your costs down, finishing it off with a stick. Yeah. The 400 rods, I've ran them both ways. The longer rod you can put in there, the better piston angle, cylinder wall pressures. And then the other thing I remember. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I got to get a better way of doing this. Hopefully everybody's still here and I'm back. Says I'm back. Am I here? I hope. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Anyway, with the 400 rods, they kind of put a little extra cylinder wall pressure because the way like I said, I've ran them both, and if this setup is for the 400 crank 5.7 rods, then what you got to work into. Hey Drew, happy Father's Day to you and everybody. You got to grind them like you do for the 383 strokes. Well, the storms went around us, so well, maybe I should check. Or you got to use a small base circle cam. Well, yeah, the storms went to the east of us, but which way are those moving? Yeah, it looks like everything's on a... No, it wasn't your internet, Mike. Something happened here all of a sudden. I just looked up and... Yeah, it's clear the cam. Yeah, Jason. So, if you want to not have to go with a special cam and grind the rods, then you can use the stock 400. We turned out the stock 400 rods about 6,500, 7 grand, the short rods, and it did okay. But then when starting to put the 5.7 rods and all that in there, then the only time you don't have to clearance those is when you do the 350 crank in here. Then everything still clears just like normal. So, but so yeah, that's why I want to get working on a couple of 400s. I got a couple of different ways I want to build them to show the differences, and just like the motor hiding right there at 60 over 350, I really want to get that finished so we can do a comparison to the motor that's in the race car now. And oh, that kind of sucks. If they were racing tonight, that storm just went over where they were racing tonight, so I might got it rained out. Yeah. And the guy with the 454 did find those half-inch spacer plates and the thick rubber gaskets to use on that so we can use his valve covers. He really didn't want to change valve covers. He couldn't find anything that he liked, so he found those adapters so we can get the valve covers to clear, and that'll be a fun one to bring to life this week, I hope. Yeah, your deer day, that deer kind of canceled out a lot of your stuff for you yesterday. I'll tell you right now, if the money's in the bank tomorrow morning, the first thing I'm going to do as soon as the pharmacy opens up, I'm going to try and go and get 2 or 3 vials of insulin. That's been part of my problem this last week and a half, 2 weeks. Then after I get the 283, the 400, and the 454, and that Ranger out of here, then it's going to be the 327, and well, that's true too, Mike. A Cadillac? What year a Cadillac and what kind? It's a 2010 and newer? I wouldn't. Not unless you can get the extended warranty on it to cover the motor. Because evidently the wife's, everything they just replaced in the motor was covered by the warranty. Thank God. So, that would not have been covered by warranty. That would have been about a $3,000 job they did. Yeah, I don't know North Star motor. I didn't want to use my Victor Junior intake, I could throw the Victor Junior intake on that little 283. That's way too much intake for that motor. I don't know, man. Then again, after watching Motor Trend, they've done that with some big intakes. They've put some big ass intakes on small motors and had pretty good results, which kind of baffles your brain a little when you think about it. Yeah, you're right, Camper. It seems like after 2010 and up, the motors are getting worse. It's kind of why I like my old school stuff. And that's the other thing I've been kind of kicking around too. I know the 283 ain't much, but still be a fun little motor. I got my old Monte Carlo out there with 373 gears. About ready to drag that up by the building and do some work to the car and get some parts and put her back together and maybe go to the drag strip with it. We'll have a little fun. Get a little crazy. So no Mama Bear, she's getting, we wanted to really go to their sprint car. The 3, oh, okay. Yep. She wanted to go to the sprint car races tonight. 4.1 in it? Okay. 4.1. That's smaller than this 283. Mike, show me a pickup that doesn't love gas. Made the cat jump with the water bottle. I had an old 74 3/4 ton camper special. Started life as a big block. I put a small block in it. That thing, dual tanks on it, and you could watch the gas gauge just. One winter, I got tired of it slipping. 4100. Slipping, so when I was working at junkyard, I put about 9-10 motors in the back of that thing. I didn't slip anymore. And what was stupid is, with all those motors in there, I thought, oh, really, here goes my gas now? My gas mileage doubled when it was loaded. Huh, 94? My 93, I can squeeze 16, 17 out of it. So yeah, that old 3/4 ton, it loved being loaded then drive around. Then you can get some gas mileage. Just a second. Oh, I got a stretch. Okay, this is yeah, that's good mileage. Okay, this is okay. Here's part numbers. Box. That's what it was. This is what we picked up down at the swap meet, and it was a the gear drive that was complete. It has all the bushings, and if I want to degree the cam in, it's got the offset bushings, everything. I figured this thing was going to be missing something. So you've got the crank gear, And it even had the thrust washer put on this side up against the block. So that was all there. We'll pick that up. So that'll go in the 283. Goofy butt cat. And then I don't know who remembers these. All those parts I brought home from the machine shop that he sold me. I'm going to show. There was a set of Mr. Gasket head bolts. And they're all wrote Mr. Gasket on all of them. So I'll use those in the old 283. So I've got the head bolts, and I just gotta get the oil pan gasket oiled. Oiled. Duh. And I'm looking, I guess my adapter I've got, everything's there. I just need the seal that comes in the kit. Bolts for head, yep. Yeah, it seems like you loaded down those big trucks. They did good. And I had a little 355 in that old 3/4 ton. And that 355 had a poor, rough life too. It was involved in a head-on collision, and yeah, everybody thought it was me because it was the exact twin to my Blazer I had at the time. It wasn't me. I guess I made a cop about quit the job because when I showed up in town with my Blazer the next night, not knowing that the other one had been wrecked yet, he literally thought he saw a ghost. Wondered why he got in and followed me, and he never pulled me over, but I found out later he really thought he saw a ghost when I come into town with that. Well, hey Ken, how you doing? Just talking about the Tiny Gear set that I found at that swap meet when we went down there. Ah, yeah, float level. That'll do. Do it. I did some checking the other day. I found a place that can thermal clean and shot peen the blocks and heads, whatever I want to take to them. And I questioned him, and this is what it got explained to me. I said, I've had guys say when you've shot peen them, you got to have them line board, cam boards done, decked, everything. He says, he goes, that's if they use the wrong shot peen you do. He said, oh, and he says, yeah, the stuff we use is so fine, it doesn't have any strength. He says, the guys that are distorting the line bores and the cam bores and the lifter bores, they're using the shot peen in their blast cabinets that should be used for peening crankshafts to make them stronger. He says, once we clean them, because the shop has done away with all caustic cleaners. They're done. They've gone to this thermal clean, then shot peen them, and then they'll crack check it after that to make sure it was okay, which that's fine. I know I've messed around with the evaporust and that, and I've looked into the Dr. X stuff, but the evaporust, for what it did do a lot of metal, but it seems like I'm going to go through a lot of that. I know for the blocks I want to get cleaned or need cleaned and checked, versus I'm guessing it's going to take about $200 to $250 worth of that evaporust to clean these same blocks. The thing about it is those blocks, I got to run them through the hot tank first, so there's one process. Then get them dry, and then dip them, let them soak for 3 to 4 hours, pull them back out, throw them back in the hot tank, clean them, and then they'll be to where I could check them out, see if they're usable, and see how bad the rust damage and all that is. Where these guys, for 125 bucks. They put it in, they cook it, clean it, crack check it, done. So the hot tank's nice to have, but I can't go caustic in it. I got to stay with stuff that, like the biodegradable soaps and that. Yeah, I mean, it makes everything look like a brand new block when it's done. So I guess, I don't know. It's just, well, yeah. And that's the other thing I didn't watch too. That is one time handling in, one time handling out, another time handling into the soak, back out, back in, back out. So that's 6 times I gotta right now physically lift the block. And with my legs and everything, I kind of got to start looking at things. Yeah, I can do it, but in the end, is it worth tearing up what's left of my body right now? So, Buddy just found a very nice Gib crane. It's taller than this shop and big enough. I don't know, Carl. I'll check. And no, I haven't gotten any messages from you, Carl. So I don't know what happened. Anyway, that Gib crane was 1,500 bucks, and it would definitely lift the whole truck, motor, tranny, everything. It would lift a complete pickup. But like I said, it would probably lift this building. It was that big. So I'm like, boy, that would be nice to have outside. And that wasn't that far away. But yeah, that's yesterday. That one reason. Must have forgot to hit send, huh? Oh, that's the. Oh, okay. That ain't bad price. Which radiator was that for, Greg? Yeah, that's my from my knees to my feet, and my left foot has been a dead club. Oh, okay. I had one at one time, Jason. When we put the addition on the house, I built one to lift the rafters up so we could get them up there. And I literally set them up there, and the guys took them and walked them into place. Worked out pretty good. And then I was worried about the Chevy Suburban. What year? I was worried about the loader tripping on that, so I had that. I welded a piece of metal from the bucket to the arm of the tractor so they couldn't trip. So worked out pretty good to set rafters with. That was fun. Oh, 98? That ain't bad. Mike, that, yeah, I'm down to where I'm back to short walks again. And this morning I got up and the lower back was like, but now that the air has changed, well, that ain't bad at all for 98. That's still low mileage. I even grabbed my left foot. The outside edge right there is all the way from my little toe all the way along my outside of the foot. It's just been dead, and I grabbed it and rolled it in. It cracked, and then it really hurts. Didn't get any relief out of that. Insulin, I said, I know. So, well, I know I can go get insulin in the morning. I will have cash in hand. I forgot that. I can go get that first thing in the morning. So that's why I'm trying to keep busy out here, to keep going, to keep getting the insulin, to keep this doing stuff. And And I guess too, also guys, I've got two 350s that are done. One's a built one, all new parts and everything in it, and pretty healthy cam. And then I've got the stock built 350. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I'm trying not to. And that's probably my problem there, too. The reason. Hey, Kurt. The reason. Oh, that's a nice radiator. I kind of think the reason. Here, 2 weeks ago, I went over a week without realizing I hadn't taken my insulin until I seen an empty bottle out here. And then I got looking, I was out. I found a pin, got by a couple of days, and I was able to pick up a vial and got by a few more days. So the last 3 weeks, I have not been fully medicated with my insulin. And that probably explains my mood swings, the ups and downs, the intolerance to the heat, and the edge of the panic attacks. I noticed that the other day. I was just like, what's going on? What? I'm like, so that's why I really didn't. I got home and stayed in the air conditioning last night, and then like I said, a lot of you have called and talked to me or messaged me. You just want a bear block? Or what are you looking for? I've got this 30 over 400 that needs to be finished tone. I got that one. I thought I had two 400 4 bolts. I only got one. So I got another stock Virgin 2-bolt 400. As for complete motors, I don't have anything. Oh, okay. You want one that machined, or you want to be able to machine it all yourself? Yeah, I don't want to move. Because this one here, I could sell it before I do anything with it. Because it's a 2-bolt main, fresh bore, wasn't finished tone, needs to have the pistons fitted to the block. Deck surface is good, everything's good on it. New cam bearings in it. Okay. Email. One word, all lowercase. Cbear Motors. Don't forget the S. So CBEARMOTORS. Cbear Motors at gmail.com. That's the simplest one. And then that's an email I can get on the phone, tablet, wherever. Then I can. Still a little worried putting my whole phone number up on the internet. I had a strange number say Happy Father's Day, love you. And I'm like, no name attached to it, no nothing. I'm like, who was this? And it bugged me all day. Then I finally searched it out on the computer, and it came up, and I found out it was from my niece. So I was like, okay, that's a strange way to start Father's Day out. It was one of the first messages I got this morning. Steve, if you didn't get that, since YouTube hasn't completely killed it yet, we've still got until July 1st. Private message me on YouTube, and we can get hooked up through that too. Got to start on wiring next week. Oh boy. Yeah, after chasing that wiring in that Denali, I'm not too thrilled about doing any wiring projects. And that's the other thing too. I got the Trailblazer out there. You guys know I'm fighting that voltage problem in the back of that thing. on the YouTubes, go to my homepage, and then go to the About. Click the About, and then there's a spot that should be able to click Message. Yeah. I didn't even turn my computer on out here tonight. I can't. And I got thinking about that Trailblazer with that switch not working in the back. Well, after working with the Denali and the scope and all that, that's supposed to have a 5-volt reference back there. And on those Trailblazers, if the hologram switch in that clutch fan is bad, that may not let the 5-volt go back there. That might be the whole problem. So I've got the new clutch fan with the new hologram switch. So I just need to bring the Trailblazer up, park it where the Ranger is, and then finish that thing. Get it running, and maybe by that time the front end kit will be available again, because I need ball joints, A-arms, steering. I need to rebuild the entire front end of that Trailblazer, and then get that done and drive it, make sure it's good, and put it up for sale. It's an 03, 04 Trailblazer in it. Or I'll park my truck and start driving that, because that should be a lot better on gas mileage. And I still got the room in back to set motor parts if I have to. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Mike, that's... Oh, hey. I just thought of something. Let's see what it gives out. Do. See if it works. Come on, focus. Ah, it's not going to focus. Yeah, it was seabearmotors@gmail.com. Let's see. Oh, almost. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Very kind to see it. seabearmotors@gmail.com. I got a lot of mics in here tonight. Mike must have come in here because he probably heard us talking about Dodge stuff earlier. Yeah. It's actually not too bad in here right now. No, she didn't make me sleep on the couch last night. I just... Oh, him. Somebody must have burnt some wood somewhere. Okay, yeah, the other one. Yeah, she's always threatening to hit him over the head or something. Hey, that's how you know they love each other. They're made for one another. And then, found this and the stuff, and I noticed it's got some little... When I got looking at it, it's been a pre-used chain gear, but it's still worth keeping. But when I got looking, you know that 95 I just did? I had to go buy a chain for that. And I swore because it would say in that this style one wouldn't work unless this is for a 95. I don't know. But that right there is the same chain I put in the 95, and they were worried about it. It's the same one I put in that 95 motor. So I don't know what the deal is. So, like I said, I got to cross-reference this part number. Hey, somebody wants something to do? I'll show you. And only Lord only knows this if this is in the right box. Let's see, 3-piece set. It was made December 16th of 2014, so it's a Cloy's. So maybe it is a Vortex set. I don't know. That's the part number if anybody wants to look it up. So I could have saved some money on the 95 right there. Had my own. 95, I stopped over there to check on it. It's doing good. He's happy with it now, so got all the bugs worked out of it. Ended up being spark plug wire that was a problem last time. Sitting there ticking, just sounded like an exhaust leak, but it didn't dawn on me. He said it was lacking power. Well, when I was getting ready to tear the exhaust off, I found the spark plug. What's left on the Ford? I got to make a trip to the salvage yard. For you guys that have worked on this Fords, you know that plastic thermostat housing, they've got 2 sensors in there. And I did have the 2 wire clips found. Somehow along the way, I lost one of them again. So I got to go to the junkyard, find a 4.0, pull the wire clip out, and then put that in. Then fill it with antifreeze, engine oil, filter, and get the spark plug wires in it. And the spark plugs and wires in it. And pray to God she fires. But according to the book, I had somebody ask me, did you prime the oil pump? I said, in the book it said not to. The way it said to start that motor after rebuild was make sure it won't fire and crank it over until the oil system is filled. Because the way that was put together, there was no way to get down in there and priming that. Not for me. So once that's all done, it should be running and out of here. And if the guy's sticking to what he's saying, I will have another twin to my truck sitting here. Which is either going to be parts. You're crapping me, Carl. Holy. Wow. Which is kind of what I think he was trying to help me out, because he knows I still need a better set of tires. And he just put new tires on his truck. But his truck needs brakes, rocker panels, probably a new box. So, and it's got a good motor. So I'm trying to make one out of the gray truck, so I might be using 3 different pickups to make a good truck. So, nah, I wanted to get out of here. If I get rid of that Ford and I end up with a GM, then we're going to be okay. It's another 2000 Chevy. So, like I said, then I will have enough to complete the gray truck. And I'm down to 1 Ford left on this property. Then I'm Ford free. And also, too, if somebody out there is rebuilding the motor, I got looking around. I'm getting a bunch of extra sets of stock rods. There's nothing wrong with them. They need to be reconditioned, reworked, and checked. But if somebody's out there needing either cores or something, I'll make you a deal on getting a set of used ones. So, yeah. So, hopefully, Steve, you got the info and got a message sent to me, and we'll talk. And yeah, that's why I'm keeping my 400 4-bolt. I want to turn that into I want to build my 377 I had again. Just with a little different heads than what I used back then. Back then I used the double humps. That's right, Mike. 235 and 265s. I don't have any of those. They're like sticks. Hey, I've owned Ford, I've owned Dodge, I had a Ford, a 79 F-150 Ranger, which was the last of the full-size Rangers. That was a fun truck. I had fun with that truck. But I tore the front end out of it, tore the tranny out of it, the motor blew on me. Yeah. Okay, Steve. I should have signed it in my computer tonight. But I'm trying to get the Steam. Did you send it to Seabears? Let me check. Or did you just send the message on YouTube? Oh, okay. I will check. That's the only thing I hate about when you use a mobile device. You can't get to your messages. That's probably why YouTube's doing away with it, because they didn't want to hook up. So when I get home, I will message you and get that while we can. Yeah, unfortunately, yes. You're right there, Steve. Well, yeah, I've had guys say they messaged me and never got it. YouTube just never got it to work right. Anyway, my 377, I did the old double humps, put 202-16 valves in it, ported the heads, had the triple springs on it because the cam I'm using was a pretty healthy cam, and that thing would scream. And I kind of miss that motor. It's kind of why I got the Brown Monty back. I want to put that back together. Have some fun. So yeah, I've got a few 400s around here. Then I need to find a good shop. Nevada, Iowa used to have a shop where you could send anything cast iron that was broke, and it would come back looking like it was a brand new piece. I seen a double humped head. I said, oh, those are scrapped. I mean, there was nothing left of the fire chamber. The flat area, but other than that, it was gone. The valve dropped and busted that all out, and it was busted in between. And I said, I need another head. And he said, nope, we're sending that one off to get fixed. I looked at him, fixed? He says, yeah, they're going to have that fixed. Oh, wow. Anyway, then I forgot about those heads, and one day I stopped. I said, man, who found the brand new heads? And there was a dealership up in Cherokee, Iowa. I wish I would have found out about it sooner. Somewhere along the way, one of the mechanics over the years, or salesman or somebody, hid 3 sets of double hump heads behind the furnace in the building. Been there since, I think the date code on those were like 68, 69. The owner of the dealership didn't know they were there until they went to do something to the furnace, and they're like, hey, what's this stuff? And they found those 6 boxes, and they're like, well, what is this? Nobody knew it was there. They opened them up. There was brand new double humps. So, and I said, well, who found the new double humps? And the machinist kind of giggled, and I said, boy, those are a nice looking head. And he finally says, you don't remember those, do you? And I'm like, remember? I've never seen these. These are brand new. He goes, you remember that head that was missing all the... I'm like, no way. I looked that thing all over. I don't know how they put that thing back together, but they had the water passage and everything back in that head. You could not tell that that had ever been busted up. But I know the old boy that used to do that sold out, and the place I took over is kind of failing. Because I got 3 blocks over there that need to be welded up and repaired, and I can use them. And they're nice 350s. You didn't even know YouTube had Messenger. See, they didn't really promote that. They didn't really promote that. Getting warm in here now. So yeah. Yeah, we'll get set up, Steve, and I'd like to find a home for that 350, those 350s, or get them back home again. Then let's see. Oh, got some. Oh boy. Got some YouTuber meets coming up. I don't know if it's this week or next week, and I left a message with one saying, hey, I might be up in his area in the next day or two. Might be meeting one local, and one might be passing through here later this, I can't remember if it was this week or next week. So that'll be fun. It's hard to believe it's going on 4 years ago since we met Iron Man. And hopefully he's going to be back to try. Oh, red-headed twins. That had to be interesting. That had to be interesting. $292s. Let's see. What are these? Oh, that's $291. Yeah, that's a $291. Let's check this over here. Well, Steve, I got one, but I gotta get it checked out. And I got one 292. Thought I had more, but no, those are 291s. I'm up. I got one 292. Yep, I got one of them. I got 291s and 041s. And then I got 261s or whatever. I don't know. I've got, well, 1, 2, I don't know. I went from never being able to get my hands on any double hump style head, where I think I've got like 8 sets of them now. Oh, that's why they look so familiar. Okay. Who was I talking to? Somebody I've talked to said they had some idea. Huh. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, this last set of double humps I picked up, somebody has done guide work and that in them, but I think I got them rebuilt. I'm going to have them machined for screw-in studs and all that. And okay, Matt, what's close enough? Oh, the 291s, or grab you up here? Yeah. Yeah, 041s, yeah. Oh, redheads, okay. And then somebody, uh-oh, camper, you better grab another one. I'll just take a water, unfortunately. And if somebody out there has, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, Mike. I know yesterday I had 2 of them, but yesterday drinking water, anything I did upset my stomach. As soon as I drank 1 pop yesterday morning and another one in the afternoon, that was the only thing that settled my stomach yesterday at all. I noticed compared to my other ones, it's set into another single one I got over there. I need another. God, I can't remember. I got a single that I need a mate to, and that was either a 290. I think it was a 291 too, because it's got the thermostat or the temperature gauge hole in the head, but it didn't have the accessory bowl holes. That was the only thing that would settle my stomach yesterday. So, yeah, and that's where I really like to have gotten down to North Carolina by now. Got those tools bought and been able to redo my own heads, but haven't won the lottery or sold the magic prize. You figured your day was bad enough, you just sat down and enjoyed the cool AC. Oh, well, yeah, never mind. I guess if Steve, you want to make a 377, that crank ain't going to do you any good either. Because I got a fresh 1010 crank for a 400 small block. You haven't turned the AC? Oh man, if you were here, you would. I'm about ready to find an AC unit and cut a hole up by the ceiling down far enough so it can vent. Today sucks. Why is that, Mike? For Carolina? I'm about ready to put an AC in here. I want to keep going in here. Oh, you couldn't even get saved by a Chevy or another fellow Toyota or nothing? Hey Greg, how you been doing? Are you home or in the hospital? How's things going with you? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hopefully you're home yet, Greg. And they got you feeling a little bit better. Okay. So how you been feeling there, bud? They gotten you any better, or still the same, or what's going on with you? Oh, I've had a few people ask about you, how you're going, and said I hadn't really talked to you, so a lot of us out here wondering about you. Another one down. Cat's looking like, oh, what was that? Yeah, years ago I couldn't have any extra parts around or nothing, and now You're right there, and that's kind of one reason I haven't been to the doctors. I know they're just going to want to push pills. They don't want to fix anything. They just want to push the pills. I think I've got... Okay, that one set. Okay, I've got... Looks like 4 or 5 sets of 350 pistons now. She wanted to have a car that didn't have troubles, Mike. Had to. Well, you know, if the car, if you think you can fix it for around $500 and that, oh, and if they do total it, I don't know if it's like that out there, but if you get a vehicle totaled, they got to give you sales tax on it too. So if all of a sudden they say that yeah, they were. So if they says, here's checking to see if it's low, and you look at them and say, did you add sales tax to that? And the guy rolls his eyes, you know you're getting a bigger check. $40. Holy cow, Mike. Agreed. That's cold. Probably feels good, but that's cold. Oh, I like cold, but I don't know if I can handle it that cold. Now the 4-banger, yeah, that one, it might not be so bad. Probably a heck of a lot better than that 4.0 was. Oh. Yeah, and if I'm going to get any body work done, I need to get going on here soon. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot the phone went off. Hey, okay. I forgot the phone ding. Yep, I got that, bud. You should have been getting a message back. That helps. If you can buy one that you know has been taken care of and that. We just can't figure out what happened to this one because they kind of knew the history on the truck. It was a low mileage vehicle when they got it, so why all of a sudden it started eating oil? We don't know. I'm just praying that everything starts. And I had everything held in place and done like they said, the torque, all those bolts and that for the timing. And I turned it over by hand, nothing ever got tight, so. I have to pull that motor back out again. I told the guys, we ever got to work on that thing again before you get rid of it. I'm using Tannerite on it. He said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I will. Yes, those Ford inline 306s, they were tough to kill. They were very tough. Yeah, the old mud mobiles. I like the 81, the 87 Cutlasses, the 2-doors. They were fun to convert over and put Chevy motors in. Even though that body style of the Cutlasses, Grand Prix, Monte Carlos, Regals, they were all the same car. It just depended on what nose they put on and badging. Found out in the interchange manual when I was working at the junkyard. One day I got looking and then it said that the Buick Regal doors and the Cutlass doors were interchangeable, but you couldn't use Buick Regal fender on the Cutlass, and vice versa. I'm like, wow, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, and then went out and looked, and yeah, the Buick Regal doors of those years were the same doors on the Cutlass. It was just different front noses and tail lights. Old Fogey Mobile. Yeah. Wife even said today she's glad her rendezvous's gone. There's starting to be getting so many of them. I said, yeah. I said, if everybody starts driving the Cadillac like yours in town, we're giving up and moving. So, yeah, yeah, we got the Bonneville to paint. I got the rust repair to do on the gray truck and my tan truck. And the white truck now. Well, I come up with another one that nobody's had for Ford. Ford backwards is don't rely on Fords. So, yeah, that was another one I came up with. And since we're close to the reservation, they said found on reservation dump and driver returns up. But, oh yeah, Ford's just so much. It's just a fun rivalry between cars makers. Even though some people take it very serious, hey, it's just fun in the end. And everybody says first on race day to the junkyard. And it's a proven fact there's more Fords in the junkyard than any other brand. Then the wife came up with a good one. She says, you know why everybody's fixing all these Fords? I'm like, why? She says, they never ran long enough to get wore out. That's why they're in such good condition and so simple to fix later. I'm like, oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, and Matt, you're still in here. What was that? That was Joe Gibbs assembly loop you said you had on that? Cam? That's kind of interesting stuff. It was quite the finish on race day. Yeah. Generic Motor Corporation. Yeah. There's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else is out there, but there's some Joe. Oh, it's little packets. Okay. Yep, there's the old famous one. Blanked over, rebuilt Dodge. That stuff was a little bit of a pain to wash off the camshaft. The only reason, like I said in the one video, the reason I washed it off is because we don't know what for dust or dirt or anything, and I don't want to wipe that camshaft out. Oh, and I'm talking to a guy too about being able to buy AMSOIL. I might start using AMSOIL in these motors. Then didn't realize how many choices of AMSOIL there was. Holy moly! So I'm going to end up hopefully having some AMSOIL for running in these motors and breaking them in and all that. So yeah, and wasn't it Ford? I don't remember. Ain't this the last year for V8 motors out of Ford? Aren't they going to the V6s or the? They ain't going to build a V8 anymore. One of the big manufacturers was discontinuing the V8s. I'm like, really? Okay. Oh, they use the Oh, you got those little packets free. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know one lonely farmer's been kind of bragging about AMSOIL, and I know some other guys have got it. I mean, it'd be kind of cool. So yeah, we got body work, and then I want to do an addition. Hey Don, happy Father's Day. Thank you. Same to you if you are a dad. I just kind of get mad at myself because as I'm getting older, finding out I can't do stuff, and that might be part of the crisis this week too. It's just a stupid number, but that being 50 this year, now it's just like, and evidently it's true. Once you turn 50, the doctors are calling, hey, you need to get in here and get a physical. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, what did that say, Mike? I can't remember what it said. I like that. Dang it, what was that? That was a good one. Hey, Matt, how far into Wisconsin are you in over there? I think that's where you're, Wisconsin or Michigan. Oh, yeah. Cramscap. Yeah, that's not what you want to see on a, yeah. That would, yeah, that would not be good. And didn't you do a bumper sticker one too? That was on the back of a pickup? That might have been somebody else's. I don't remember. But yeah. Then I can get a. Yeah, that's yeah, that part of it. Yeah, that other one I'm thinking might have been somebody else's that I liked or shared. I can't remember if it was on a that tailgate. I can't remember what it was. And I'm thinking of going with a 16 by 20 slab somewhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, gotta get out to my sister's yet. That's in Dubuque. I'm trying to get out there, and then while I'm there, when the wife and her go do their thing, so I'm thinking about if some YouTubers are close, trying to meet up with a few while we're out there. I don't know if it'll be this month or if it's going to be in August when I do that. I'd like it to be soon, but well, you guys help when we do these live streams. It's amazing how fast time flies by. Okay, it was you on the bumper sticker. Okay, yeah. And I haven't had good luck. Here's something else too. I asked somebody else about it, and I haven't got an answer back yet. But these are old Ohio Pistons. At one time, and I've looked at these, and I don't see. Sometimes when they were marked with L's and R's, you had to put those in a certain. Oh yeah, not control. Okay, yeah. You had to put those in a certain piston hole because the way the valves were configured on the head. Well, Ohio Pistons are not made anymore. I don't have the part number of these. And they got L's and R's, but I've looked at them, and the heads of the pistons are made exactly the same. So I don't know precisely which ones. That's kind of one reason I'm thinking about them, forgetting about this set of pistons, just because A, there's no information out there on them. I can't find them. And B, if you break one, you ain't got anything to replace it. So that's kind of sad. Ohio Pistons did do good for what they were. I don't know if anybody remembers the old set of there was a piston company called High Duty, HY-DUTY. I ran a couple sets of those pistons, and that was the one set of pistons that were so dang cheap, and I turned those over 10,000 RPM. And that motor stayed together. After we raced it, had fun with it, ended up turning it into a street motor and sold it to a guy. Yeah, it's crazy. And I know the last couple of weekends it was kind of sucked. I'll admit it. I know it has, because I wasn't myself. But now I'm kind of getting back and ready to go and get some more done. But yeah. Ah, there you go, Mike. That'd be worth it, I guess, if that's all they're going to charge. That'd be handy. I don't know if you guys watch him out there. It's I guess he's out of Canada. It's Nick's Garage. That's another good channel I've gotten hooked on. Been watching his, and you know, he's another professional engine builder. I got the machine shop that I'm dealing with now. Did a real good job on the race motor. It's he did it really, really good. So yeah, I have the balancing done by him. And so yeah, he's done a good job. And it wasn't a bad price, I'll tell you that. I mean, it really shocked me for what he did. He did really good. Because that race motor that's out there now, when you rev up to about 6,300, 6,500, you can set a glass of water on there and it ain't going to spill it. It's smooth. I've got a cut and torch welder and plasma cutter. I think we can get her done, Mike. Oh no, I hate updates. I was a little worried about that because I didn't have this on, since I didn't come out here today. I didn't have it on to let it do the update. It just used the Corolla sheet metal. There you go. Yeah. Oh, he's got 3/4 of good sheet metal. Make a sleeper. Yeah. Oh, there's a guy that goes by Chevy Dude on YouTube, and he works at a dealership. They got a 2015. They just took in on trade. Hey, yeah, there we go. We'll put the 283 in your Corolla. They got a 2015 four-door blue Chevy pickup. And then he says, well, we got a little extras when we traded this one in. Salesman traded in for it, and they got it. Come to find out, he's like, what's this switch in the console do? So they flipped it to see what it does. It's got exhaust cutouts on the truck. And come to find out, it's got a cam in the truck. It's got a stall converter in the truck. And they still want $46,000 for that truck. I'm like, it ain't even, and he says it's a, then he goes, well, it's yours. It's yours. He said, I'm waving at you and the truck breaks in too. It's yours when you buy it. I'm like, that new truck. Welcome back, Mike. That new truck, and it's have those mods, and you still want that kind of money for it? and there's no warranty. Yeah. And they took it in on trade, so, and it's got, I want to say I don't know what motor, but yeah, he's like, cut out, and he says, for what they done to the truck, it drives nice. I'm like, wow. Like for $46,000? There you go, Mike. Yeah. Well, we've brought up that idea of moving and all that, and the wife. I know I probably would be doing a lot better than where I'm at, but that's why we got this thing called the World Wide Web. You reach out, you can find somebody, and shipping prices really ain't that bad. For what there is, it ain't bad to ship something. So, what was that square body Chevy that had the supercharger on it? I don't know, my camper. Yeah, interweb, yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. They've got away. Yeah, and they need to fix it before they get back home. All my Chevys got the typical rocker rust and that. Oh, the Grand Nash, yeah. 285,000 miles on it. Yep. You know mine that I'm driving? I didn't think I put that many miles on it since we got it. I'm almost up to 300,000 on that truck. I'm like, wow. And I talked to the previous owner. They thought the tranny was replaced. And they said, no, we found out the tranny, it should still be the original transmission in that truck. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah. So I'm almost up to 300,000 miles on that truck, and it's not doing bad. Well, your truck evidently doesn't go anywhere, though, Mike. Let's see. Well, 16 years. Mine's got almost 300,000. No, I haven't, Don. Not yet. When I built my first one, I found out the covers have come out yet. The only failure we've had is either somebody dumped and unfortunately we never did find out what happened to that 153 that turned sludgy. And then after the rebuild, it kept sucking oil, and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, well, then I finally found out about the valve covers. Oh, then thank you whoever sent me to the link to the free TSBs and that, and the wiring diagrams, because that particular issue of owners complaining of their 5.3s before the 07s of eating oil and they couldn't figure out where it was going. Well, it's the driver's side valve cover, and unfortunately you got to replace the whole driver's side valve cover because that's where the PVC valve was in the valve cover. And there's a test to do. Put the valve cover upside down, you pour some oil in there, and if oil runs out that tube coming out of the valve cover or drips out that, it's shot. Put a new one on, your oil consumption problem is gone. On the preset 07, from 07 to 99. So if you got a 5.3 that's eating oil and you don't understand why, it could be your driver's side valve cover. Yeah, it's all integrated in there. I've still got the old one around here. I just found it again. Maybe lost it again now too. I don't know. Oh, there it is. I've kept it around because one of these days I'm going to bust this apart to see why. I'm one of those kind of guys that like to know why. Yeah, right there. So that'd be on the back driver's side, just like that. You turn it upside down, put oil in here, and if it comes out that, it's shot. No. And square brake starts around. Oh, on your 2000? Yeah, one of the YouTubers that are coming by is supposed to be bringing a 4L80E for the one truck. I don't know if you could get that to work that way there, Don. Because if this one's here partially working and you put another one in there, between the two of them, they might just shut completely off. Yeah, $110 for a valve cover. So that's what I'm kind of interested to see. And the old motor, when we tore that down, there was so much oil and crud in there, and I don't know if that's why this valve cover valve failed, because there was, let's see what's up. Well, maybe we finally got it. Yeah, there's still a few pieces from the old oil that was in here. This was just jam-packed full up behind this metal, and unfortunately, like this one right there and this one, they didn't smash. If they would have went every other one, you could have popped this out, cleaned it, and probably fixed it. Right, that's why I want to take this metal piece right here out, see what's all in there, and see if I can save from doing that again. You know what? I found me a hammer and chisel. We're going to find out right now. Okay, I found the hammer. Hey, and I found a chisel. The curiosity's killing the cat, and I've been wanting to do this, so. And then I find the crappiest chisel ever. Oh, that's simple to break off. Holy cow. Say that's simple, and this one's fighting me. Simple. Oh, yep, look at here. See if I could show you. See the black gunk that just shook out of there? That was the issue with number 1 motor. So So we'll find out here in a second. We got 2 left to go. 1 left in. Okay. Now let's see if that pops out of there like it should. Yep, it's gone. Okay. You're seeing it live with me. This was supposed to have been cleaned in the machine shop. I almost want to tell them to go get another new valve cover. Wait till you see this. This thing has been through acid. I don't know how many hot tank baths. But look at the back side of that. There you go. That's the back side of it. Like I said, this has been in chemical dip, acid, whatever. Not once, but twice. There you go. Look at all the goodies that just come rolling down. Wow. So, here is the... Yeah. There we go. My God. There you go. There. That's what just come out of that valve cover. And I don't know how the heck that's supposed to work. If something is missing out of there, I can see right through it. Well, yeah, you guys can too. See the daylight through it? And there it is on the inside. What makes that work? Really interesting. Well, okay, here's something interesting. That metal piece was siliconed in. So they seal this. This is glued in. So then you've got, okay, that goes in this way. Okay. So you've got the groove here, groove there, and the hole here. All the way around the perimeter with silicone. So you got 3 different holes that are supposed to limit your oil. And this bigger hole is away from that end. So they must be relying on the fact that it over that distance should not suck the oil through. So I guess there is no drilling or fixing or anything. That's interesting. Now no. So there you go. You got a 5.3 heating oil. And you've done everything else but that. You now know what to do. So, yeah, makes me worried about that other valve cover now. Let's see. That's true, Mike. Yes, the and you know how many millions of 350s are there, and they're running good, and there's still a lot of them running yet today. Yeah, put a real PVC valve in it. Yeah. Because all that, after I'm looking at this, all that is just a metal tube drove in there. And I started driving it out. Hey, Matt, how you doing? I'm going to get hurt. It's coming, actually, believe it or not. You guys might get a live video of me hurting myself. Nope. Okay, yeah. Right there. So, I don't know if there's supposed to be guts in there that are missing. Uh-oh. Car's creating problems again. You don't laugh for a minute or two? Okay, that's nice. So yeah, now I'm wondering if there are 8 pieces that broke out of that and went up into the old intake, or how that was supposed to be made, but yeah. Interesting. Whew. Yep, if it's got T's, tires, and that, it's going to cost you one way or another. So yeah, well, I can go into the aluminum bucket. Yeah, Mama Bear didn't show up. I was kind of hoping she would. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that stuff got on my phone now. Great. Oh, yeah, great. Don't want to come off. So yeah, I don't know what that crap was, but definitely not good. Oh shoot! I talk about her and there she is. Uh-oh. 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 Ah. Oh boy. Whoops. Oops, 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 oops. Hi Mama. Love ya. Oh no, she heard me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. anybody got a doghouse? No. Oh mama. Cranks, lubes and rods and pistons and screws and bolts and yep. Oh, why'd you retract your message there, Don? Where's the lube? Funny you say it. You want the cam lube, or you want the assembly? You got the two of them here for you. Oh boy, oh boy. Was your ears ringing, dear? Oh. Hey, Mama Bear. They're wondering when you're going to work on your 327. And I know that answer. When I get some time off. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Holy moly, that's a lot of miles, Dave. Holy. Yep. That was... Jeep had that problem, though, the rusting out. They did seem to have good motors. And yeah, Mama, there. See, I told you, everybody's waiting for you to build that 327. You get yours built, and then I got a couple more that I'm going to build. And have some 327s sitting around here. One or two of them will have double humps on them. Uh, I think next year we're going to have to really sit down, plan out Marvel Mystery Oil. That is another good oil too. My dad used to use that. Oh man, Matt. I got a motor sitting here. We could put one in it. Yep, talking about the double humps. All right, we'll get Mama Bear out here. It looks like after Tuesday it's supposed to cool off for a few days. 2,000. Yeah, I wish I could have got that 77 bought. I think my buddy backed out on getting that for me, so that would have been a sweet deal. I would have had another Camaro, and it would have been blue, and he would have had a 3. Nah, we don't, Mama. Nah. Some of us think about piston cranks, rods, rod bolts, head bolts, trannies, hookers. Yeah, as in hooker headers. The only time you can talk about a tranny and a header all in the same place and be talking about car parts. Humps and bumps. See, I must not be using the 10 millimeters right. I don't lose mine. I haven't lost mine. Now I see that somebody's come out with a pack that's just strictly 10 millimeter sockets, deep, shallow impact, and quarter, 3/8, and stud girdles. Oh yeah, the old stud girdles. So I guess the next 5.3 I get are one of these LS motors that got crappy valve covers like that. I'm just going to throw them away. Not even going to use them. Whack. Got a pesky cat here. Oh, that's what I was saying too. If somebody out there has somebody that they know that's working on an old 81 to 87 Buick V6 with the old Buick V6s, I've got a set of brand new heads over there. 4 old Buick V6. Don't have one on the farm, but I got a set of heads over there that ready to go. Yeah, 10. Well, I'm noticing 8, 9, and 10 are real popular sockets now on this newer stuff. You're a pest, you know that? What? Come here, Brett. Yeah, he's still around. Oh, you're shedding again. Ah. Yes, you are. Don't tell me no. Wire strippers, oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun hearing Mama Bear's commentary while she's building the motor. Oh, Mama, you're getting a lot of material to work with here tonight. Oh yeah, the 5.5s, yes. Yep. Strippers and dikes. Uh-oh. Yeah, the voice. Yeah, your voice. Where she works at the one job, she's literally had guys come in to see who's attached to the voice at the other end of the line. I'm starting to get Mama 1-900 number. Easy out and Yeah, the other night, my wife told somebody that I like stuff that goes in easy too. So, uh, I'm glad there's no young children in here. Well, he's supposed to be anyway. Oh man. Yep, reamers. There you go, Mama. Easy out, easy in. All right, Kurt. You take care and you stay cool. Your in-laws are probably looking over. What are you watching over there? uh, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You may get disowned yet there. Need the loop for the easy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, sure. You're trying to use me to get you in trouble. Oh, yeah. I'm only good at getting myself in trouble. Ain't I, Mama Bear? I know, that's what I love about when Mama Bear shows up. You still here, Mama? Are you thinking of some good comebacks now that you've had all this material added to you? It's clean. I know what you're going to say next. It's only how you're thinking, right? Just park talk, yep. Blake Shelton on The Voice. No, there's a blue Camaro I know sitting somewhere she really wants bad. But I know he won't give it up. Mama Bear and I, we ate some hot, well, they were blue cheese hamburger patties. We've ate them before, didn't think they were that bad. Well, this package, they had extra spice to them. Yeah. I was watching a comedy. It was Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, and Larry the Cable Guy. It's called These Idiots. I was laughing at, and Bill Engvall was talking about turning 50. That was back in 2011-12. And so he says, you turn 50, you got to do the colonoscopy test. And he basically took all the medicine that he was supposed to take in a 3.5 to 4 hour period in 9 minutes. Yeah. He was supposed to mix 10 packages of Miralax with 64 ounces of Gatorade and drink it over 3.5 hours. Well, he forgot that part. He chugged it in 8 minutes. Was proud. Well, then he said, well, he didn't want to come back to do the last part of the test, so they said, well, some people got to drink half the bottle, some got to drink the whole bottle. So he plugged his nose, dumped it down that nitrate stuff. He goes, that stuff's got the strength to pull the Eiffel Tower in Paris out of the ground. He said about 5 minutes later, his underwear come up, tapped him on the shoulder and said, run. Yeah, that's when he found out he was supposed to take all that stuff in a 4 hour period. Yeah. Oh my. He said reading the package. One package of this may cause loose stools. And he said, I just took 10 of them. So yeah, that was... Squirrel was laughing so hard at that, we almost didn't make it to her sisters. Squirrel couldn't stop laughing. Yeah. Like I said earlier, the doctor called me, hey, you need to get in for a physical. You're 50. Yeah, so? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Mama Bear's 327 runs. Hearing a weird noise. I don't know what it is, but I must be hearing things. I'm back. It must be that. It must be something vibrating up against that fan over there. Smooth idle or rough? Oh, on the 327, it's going to be kind of a smooth. The cam, I went to switch it out when I got the kit, and they told me, they said, well, you realize that is a 300 horse cam we put in those kits now. He said, we don't do the stock lift cams anymore. We just put a 300 minimum of a 300 horse cam in the kit. And I'm like, oh! So that should be a 300 horse 327 when we're done. And I think back to the old motors I've had over the years, some of those were probably worth their weight in gold right now, but I guess that's what makes them valuable is people have them and then get rid of them. One time I had a 409 Chevy big block, and before I figured out what it was, I sold it. Yeah. Then I was sick. I was like, ah, man. Yeah, lots of horses in a small package. Yep. No, God, I said package. Now what's she going to do with that? So I guess if we really... Redheads. I guess, like I say, next year we're going to really sit down and plan out a get-together. I ain't saying nothing about me. No. Nope. I'll let Mama Bear do the talking on that. This is what I like, sitting around having fun with guys and that. Gals and everybody. Mike. She pleads the fifth. Well, it's better than drinking the fifth. Oh man, if we would have had this set up back when I first met her, when she was drinking and that. Oh boy, you guys, we would have had the PG, we would have had to age restrict this video. She was an ornery little shit when I met her. You needed a fifth yesterday, yeah. When I seen the picture of that car under your name, I thought, I hope it, and you know, I'm like, oh no. Well, oh, actually, you told me before you posted it, so I was like, oh man. Oh yeah, that's right. I do need to order one of those oil filter adapters because my 396 needs one, so I can change that over to a spin-on filter. Well, I know one time my buddy had a pickup with a 4.3 in it, manual tranny, and when we took it for a test drive, the dealer went with us, and he says he looked at the salesman and says, "You know, I want to." He says, "Yeah, that's why I'm with you." He took off, and we're going down the road, and we're like, both my buddy and I both said to him, "Wow, this thing runs good for a new 350." And he goes, "That ain't no 350." And we're like, "What?" Well, we had to pull over and look, and there it was, that 4.3 under the hood, and I think his was carbureted, and that thing ran like a 350. So I'm not what you could get, but I know there's some. When I was looking for 4.3 Ford Squirrels, I did find some race built ones that were up there. So you can make that little 4.3 get up and scoot. It will run really well. And actually, I've got one and a half 4.3s. Yeah, Mike, she can make a sailor kind of turn green. If she really gets on a roll, she can be an ornery. And yeah, I want to say, see, I worked at the junkyard from 88 to 95. Because I met Mama Bear at the junkyard. I want to say it was around an 85, 86 4.3. That's where you're going to find the cast iron 4-barrel intake. And it's sickening as I had one. I don't have it no more. Now that I think about it, I wonder what ever happened to that 4.3. I don't remember getting rid of it. Oh, yes I did. I ended up selling it to Mama Bear's dad. Oh boy, oh boy. Carolina, what are you trying? Oh God. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah. An Engine Masters proof. Oh, that's right. That's where it came out of. It was the boats. The boats had the carbureted 4.3 intakes. That's right, because they were a high-rise too. That's where we got that done from. Thank you, Jason. It wasn't out of the vehicle. It was out of a boat. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, because that was a high-rise 4-barrel intake for a 4.3. Thank you. Oh boy. I guess if we ever get south and those two get together, it could be interesting. Yeah. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Whoa, whoa, wait a minute. Oh boy. The way things are worded kind of come out wrong at times, don't they? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember that now. Mom Bear's probably sitting there. Oh, I'll get him. Oh. A high-rise cast iron one? Out of us for a circle track. Ah! Scanner movies. uh, oh yeah, she likes to. She likes to have fun, don't you, Mama? Oh man. 3.8 V6 with a 4 barrel? Wow. I don't never. Cool. Looking for something else we could tear apart and destroy, and I don't really have anything else. I'm kind of glad, Dip. I understand that valve cover thing. Okay, that don't make any sense. Something's got to be missing in that. Because if it's a hole, it's going to leak no matter what. So there's got to be something missing out of that piece that I know I laid it up there. Thought I did. Okay, I'm losing my mind. Really? Huh. Okay, well. Oh, duh, I didn't lay it up there. Because, yeah, anything, yeah, oil's going to run out of that no matter what, so there's got to be something missing out of the inside of that. Let's check mine. See what's in there. Uh-oh, got quiet. Uh-oh. Either the kids or Mama Bear's phone went down. That's a very good question, Mike. Those Blazers were... Okay, she's here. Okay. I just assumed we had... Oh, well, we're back up to 12 again. Might have been YouTube. Yeah, Mama Bear even got to drive the 377 when it was in the Monte Carlo. Her friend about flipped out, and I told her to... So we were here at the farm. She needed to go to work. I wasn't ready to leave. I said, well, fine, take the Monte Carlo. And her friend looked at her like, huh? And looked at me like, you're nuts. And they took off, and Mom Bear did good with it. Ah, okay. Right. And so yeah, Mama Bear drove that car to work one night. And her friend was flipping out the whole way. You let her take his car. Well, yeah. What else was I going to do? It might be Mike. That Sonoma was a 99. I don't think they made it into the 2000s. I don't have my body panel book here right now. I bet you did, Mama. Yeah, she gave her friend a heck of a ride to work, I guess. Well, her friend didn't have to go to work. Mama had to be to work, but yeah. She got it off the gravel road and got it on the pavement. Then it was a different story. Found out years later, my nephew and a friend of mine, when I let him take the car out for a drive. Yeah. On certain days, Mike, yes, she could. Yes, she could. So, yeah. That car was a lot of fun. And I learned right after our last, well, we didn't get chased, but we could have. That was basically the last time we drove it, because once we got home after running the speeds we were clocked at, that's when I understood that you need speed-rated tires on a vehicle like that. Because the last time we ran it, and we ran it that hard, we got home the next day, I went out and looked, and the steel belts would look like a porcupine all the way around the tire. The belts started breaking. Yeah. Then by that time, the oldest was on the way, and now it's time to play again. It's time to get the thing built back up and have fun. Because actually the brown Monte Carlo, well, I had a 3/4 ton pickup. If I would have kept that, the brown Monte Carlo and that 3/4 ton pickup would have been Mama Bear's and our first vehicles. Heck, I had an 81 T-Top Grand Prix. I gave her the drive. And I'd only seen her. I hadn't even gone out on a date with her yet at that point. Her friend was flipping out. And that's when I found out Mama Bear was honest. I was working at the junkyard. I had some extra money one night, and they were hungry, so I said, here, go get something to eat. Gave them some cash. Figured I ain't going to see any of that. Guys, Mama Bear's too sweet. She brought back all the change. Her friend, her friend was trying, well, he said you could spend it. And she said, well, she brought me change back. And here we are, 23 years later. So, that's why I think Mama Bear builds that 327. I think somebody's going to want it. And that's the one I reworked the oil system on and did some tricks in it. And I'm kind of anxious to see how that one does. It should be a screamer. Oh, 2004, okay. Actually, I have change in my pocket. For once. The grandkids. Yep. What Mama Bear and I always talked about doing is getting another Monte Carlo and painting them exactly the same. She was going to be the bait car and I'd be the race car. Yeah, that's right, Mama Bear. Yeah. Built that race motor, and once he found out it was built by a girl, he just left it sitting in the shop. And as of today, it's still sitting in the guy's shop. He won't sell it. He won't do nothing. It's still sitting there. And that thing was such a piece of garbage motor. For the fact that it was standard crank, standard bore, standard rod bolts. It had nothing special going for it. It had a set of double humps that we had used so much and abused them so bad that all the exhaust bolt holes needed Healy coils. We were worried if we were going to make it through the race and not lose the exhaust manifold in the race. Because there was hardly any bolts holding the exhaust manifolds on. And they were just plain Jane double humps, no work done to them, missing chunks out of the casting. The guy bought it. And like Mama Bear said right there, She wrote on the valve cover, extra parts in the oil pan. He didn't see any humor in that. Especially because when we were pulling the motor, I grabbed the exhaust manifolds. Now we just ran a 20-lap race. The motor hadn't had a chance to cool off. Grabbed the first exhaust manifold, and I heard the guy go, "Oh, being big guy." I said, "How you coming on that other manifold?" They said, "It was about off." And I said, "Let me know when you got it." I was so damn mad that night, guys. When they said that it's ready, I turned around, grabbed it, and I held it in both hands, held it up by his face, held onto it, squeezing my hands on that exhaust manifold that just come off a running motor. And I told him, she's the one that built it, and that, and I threw it down on the trailer, and he's looking at my hands, and I went like that, "See?" And he just kind of turned white. Then when it was coming up out of the car, because she goes, "Well, it's just a 355. He goes, "No, it ain't. It's a 406. That's what I wheeled around. I said, "She knows what it is because she built it." "What?" And as they come up out of the car, he goes, "That ain't no 406. I don't want it." I said, "It's yours now, buddy." So, yeah. Hey, James, how you doing? Thank you. So, yeah, that was Mama Bear's race motor. And she did pretty good. Nowadays, I think she's got the muscle to pull the torque wrench and do all the torquing herself. So, that was her. She put the pistons in and put the rings on, put the bearings in, and drove the pistons in. When I first met her, her trouble was she couldn't quite get the torque wrench pulled. Well, I've got a lot nicer torque wrenches now, and she's been tossing enough crates and boxes and everything around all these years. She's got her arms built up. So, yeah. And the guy's cousins kept telling him, "Don't claim it, don't claim it." And, well, it's sitting. That's been sitting for, we've been together, what, 23 years? And that was before, yeah, so it's been sitting in the guy's shop for 23 years. He won't let nobody use it, touch it, or anything. Ah, Mike, you missed out on it. Well, you'll have to watch the replay. Timestamp it and go back and watch the last few minutes. So, yeah, Mama Bear, she's had some good stuff. Had an old Chevy cargo van one time. We decided to go to the casino. Mama Bear's like, "It's only got 2 seats." Hey, so what? We had an extra recliner at home. We put it in. We made it to the casino, all the turns and everything. We made it over there, no problems. We made it into the casino, no problems. We're leaving the casino after having our fun. I go to turn out of the parking lot because I just looked, and I go to turn out of the parking lot. Next thing you hear is boom up against. Well, I'm looking out the window. I thought I got run into. It's the side of the van. She's laughing her ass off. Okay. So we get into our town, and we're driving around, knowing that cat had watched the turns. And there's an intersection that kind of goes up hills to a stop sign. She's sitting there in the recliner. We moved her up by the doghouse, kind of in between the 2 seats. I take off from the stop sign. All I see in the rearview mirror all of a sudden is 2 feet in the air and washing that chair going sliding back towards the back doors. I'm like, oh shit. I let off the gas. She didn't hit the back doors. I let off the gas and the chair starts coming sliding back forward. Oh my God. Yeah, she was in the recliner. I took off from the stop sign, and all of a sudden, I was, whoop, 2 feet sliding to the back of the van. And she stayed with me, guys. So. Oh. I mean, we've had some crazy stuff. We've done crazy stuff. Wish we were young to do it all over again. Do a few things different, but... Hey, Joseph, hey! Yep, Mama Bear, she's... When that chair come flying forward, I didn't know whether to hit the brakes or I didn't want to have it flip up and flip her into the doghouse. Or she finally stopped about mid-van and guess what? She kicked Buddy out of the front seat and put him in that. Oh, man. I think I'd go back to 25, yeah. Now I want to be a little older than 25 because Mama Bear would have been too... I don't know, man. Mama Bear been okay at 25. Yeah, I wish I could go back in time and kept all the old cars I had, all the Monte Carlos and Malibus and... But at the time, it seemed the right thing to get rid of them. And Mama Bear witnessed one night, had the Monte Carlo at the place she worked at, and I was sitting in the booth, and I just happened to look out, and this guy out in the parking lot in a Caprice, and I watched the Monte Carlo do this, roll over and bounce. I knew the guy just backed into my car. I don't remember doing it, but there were some older people there. I got out of the car, out of the booth. I guess the old boy told me when I come back in. I don't remember doing it. I guess I picked this older gentleman up by his armpits, set him off the side, said, "Excuse me," and I went out the door, and I had that guy's window in my hand before he got out the parking lot. I'm yelling at him. I said, "Dude, you just backed in my car." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So I went and looked, and I should have charged him for the rim. But he didn't actually do any body damage. Later we found out he actually bit the rim. I go back into the eating place, and the old guy goes, "Well, you caught him, huh?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "There are no visible signs of damage." He goes, "Well, thank you for not hurting me." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He says, "You don't remember." Remember what? He says, "You picked me up by the armpits and said, 'Excuse me, sir,' and set me out of the way so you could go up." I'm like, "I did?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, you did. I didn't remember doing it." Oh, yeah, the 77 Cutlass. Or no diabetics, yes. My second car was a 76 Monte Carlo Firethorn Red with the white vinyl top. My first car was a 1975 Malibu Classic, baby blue with black interior with the vinyl and the black vinyl roof. Oh man, it hurt my butt many a time sitting in that car during the summer. That was my first two cars, and I think the third one was a 77 Grand Prix SJ that I wish I would have kept because that thing is worth its weight in gold. Bucket seats, console, sunroof, 400 Pontiac with the 400 turbo, and yeah. Yeah, I had some nice stuff. Then I had some Dodges, and I had some Plymouths, I had some Fords. Had an old Ford Mercury that was fun to drive. Yeah. Yep, that was Mama Bear. She would lock kids in the locker room and be smoking in the boys' room. Yeah, then I have had a couple of DZ 302 Chevy motors go through my hands. Again, young, dumb, didn't know everything about all the motor codes and all that at the time. And then the guys get them bought off me. "Well, you know what you had?" Yeah. Yeah, I had some Pontiac. I never got my hands on a 428 Pontiac, but I had the 400s, 350s. What the heck was that other one? There was an oddball sucker in there. Then some cars that I worked on went to Barrett-Jackson back in the day. We almost got to go, but the co-owner of the guy that we were working for threw a fit because one car's paint job didn't come out perfect like he wanted, so he decided not to go. But the GTO that I worked on, that I hand bent all the replacement brake lines for, even made the gaskets for because we couldn't get them, was a 66 GTO that had a tri-power on it. Listen. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, give me a little bit. I'm still doing the live show, bud. Oh, yeah? Alright, give me a little bit. Okay. Anyway, that car ended up going to Barrett-Jackson's. And we didn't get to go. That was kind of fun. I miss that guy. That was a fun job. Hey, how'd you know, Mama? Man, game. 455, yes. Feed him banana. Yeah, 455, yeah. And then the junkyard we worked at, and the 420 for 420. That day was. There's a 427 Ford, or no, 429. We had one of those come into the junkyard once. Then we had an old Hemi come in an old car. I think that got crushed. I remember the days when you used to go to the junkyard. Heck, there was some, well, the old boy I worked for, at the end of working for him, he was running out of money and I wanted to get paid. So him and I worked out a deal. Since I was building motors at the time, I got to pick any motors I wanted, and as long as I recorded and he agreed what we did, I got them. Well, everybody else thought I was stealing them. And I said, no, he knows. And there was 3 motors I brought home that were rebuilt motors. And all I had to do was take them apart, clean them up, and kind of like the 3 I've got done now. Clean them up, get new parts and cranks in them, and put them together. That's where the Craftsman tools went to, okay. Yeah, I don't know how much longer our little, what would have been called catalog stores are going to be around. I think Sears has done shot themselves in the foot. If not sooner. So yeah, there's been lots of interesting things over the years, and cars, and when I worked at the junkyard, everybody looked at me like I was half nuts. It'd be winter time. I would have my sweatshirt undone, wearing a t-shirt, and that's all I could wear. That's all I wore, because I was always hot in the winter. But I wasn't even pre-diabetic back then. I just ran hot. And now, shit, I freeze and everything else. Kind of miss working in that junkyard. But I don't miss that junkyard. It was creepy. It used to be the town of Juniata, Iowa. And the town was supposed to take off. It was a railroad town. And I don't think they ever got more than 8 houses built there. And then she went down. But that was a creepy little area. And now it's a gravel pit. So where I met Mama Bear is now a gravel pit. We could swim out to the spot where we first kissed, but I don't think I want to go swimming in that water. Because back then that junkyard was being run before all the rules and regulations about antifreeze, oil, brake fluid, all that. So yeah, I'd hate to know what was all dumped in that ground. Yeah, Kmart's, I don't think we got any left close to us either. Let's see. And I don't know if anybody's checked out or noticed, I've got a Patreon link, and I don't know if it's working or not. I thought it's launched, but I don't know. So in the last few videos, there's a link. I don't know if somebody would just click on it and see if it actually takes you to saying anything. I don't know if it's working right. So that's there. Don't know. I don't know if Mama Bear's here or not. Either that or she's coming out here to hit me with a frying pan or something because I had her laughing too hard. I don't know. Let's see what time's it getting to be. Oh, 9:28. Well, I do got to go here pretty darn quick. I got about 15 more minutes. I got about 15 minutes, 20 minutes I can be here, then I got to go home. Gotta meet the man with money. Now, if she says well, then again, she's using her phone, so she could be sitting outside already, and I'd be in trouble. You're a goofy cat. You're a good cat. You keep the mice out, and we've threatened to take you home and have you show our other cat how to catch mice, but I don't know who'd win that fight. So yeah, Mama Bear. No, I have not seen that movie, Mike. Okay, you know I talked about having fun with scaring her. Okay, our house used to have where both kids were around, so and after Squirrel was born anyway. And I don't know, I think it was bathroom remodel. I don't remember. Yeah, the bathroom, yeah. So I don't know what I did, but usually I could hear Mama Bear come up to the door because she's always trying to scare me. Well, this day, I opened the door, and for some reason I looked back at the stool. I don't know if it was running water over or why I looked back. Well, I guess when I opened the door, she said I looked right at her, and I don't remember seeing her. So I turn around to go out, and she's got her arms up like that, and she goes, "Ah!" I about went through the water pipes and through the drywall behind the stool because she scared the ever-living bejesus out of me. Oh, my God. And she's like, "What? You seen me standing there?" I said, "No, I did not." She said, "You opened the door, looked right at me." I did not see her. I did not see her. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, it would have been just the oldest, Tiffany, because my mom had just commented on, and she was still alive, so, yeah, that was before Squirrel. And Mom had just commented on how the bathroom was looking, and, yeah. About had to remodel it because she about put me through it. Yeah, I just... Oh... Yep, Mike let his bird go, Mama. He never went back and picked him up. Let the other people keep him. Now, they had asked him about that, so he just didn't abandon the bird. So, anybody thinking that the bird got abandoned, no, it did not. So... Oh. It actually feels like it's cooling off again now that the sun's down, which would be good. So yeah, if we can, we'll have Mama Bear out here maybe in the afternoon or something. And if she does come out, there might be an impromptu live video feed while she's working on it. Only 80 out. Let me check to see what it is here. Yeah, we're 79, so it should be cooling off. Good. Maybe I'll sleep a little bit better tonight. I still tossed and turned last night. Yeah, they're still saying 90 for tomorrow with a 100% chance of rain. Then Tuesday, 82, 74, 75. Oh, they dropped the temperatures for later next week now. Cool. It's going to be a nicer week yet. Cool. I don't know if I put a warning on it or not. So let it roll. And see, we could actually sell that to a racer and have it be a cheater motor for him. They say it's got to be a 350. They give you certain block numbers that you can use, which are 350. And until they tore it down and measured everything, they wouldn't know it wasn't a 350. Well, that's true, Mike. That's true. Well, guys, gals, I know I said 20 minutes, but I got to shut stuff down and that. We got somebody coming by that's ordering parts, and they're bringing money tonight, so I better be there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I've noticed that the ones watching, and I like one gal's way, you know, the ones that feel that they got to hit the dislike button and that. And she goes, you know, even though you're hitting the dislike button, that still adds up with the other ones. Okay, Matt, I'll try and watch you. That's the only thing about what sucks. The internet in town sucks. I hardly catch a live stream, but out here I can watch you no problem. That's one downfall. So yeah, I will, Matt, and thank you for what you've done, and I can't wait to hear that thing run. And yep, we'll go ahead and use that gear drive in there. And like I said, I want to use the old Mr. Gasket head bolts on it too. So, let's see what's that. That's my daughter. Yep, well, yep. The oldest is trying to get hold of me again already. So, hey everybody, thank you for coming by. I hope you all had a great Father's Day evening and Father's Day, and we'll get together. Like I said, it could be our impromptu live stream this week, and otherwise we'll see you next weekend, and otherwise we'll see you through the videos out the week. So thanks for coming by, everybody, and hanging with me. See y'all later.